Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Quantum Leap, the morning leap for Tuesday, September the 1st, 2015. It is a new month, beginning of September. We are through August. August turned out to be a bear month, and we are in a bear year still with our open up at 2055, but we'll get into all that. My name's Doug McKay. I am the founder of Quantum Leap Futures. If you're interested in finding out more about what we do here, each morning we come together and we go through a macro to a micro, take a look at the structure of the market, and then we drill down to the micro to determine where our trade levels are going to be, what our targets are, and what our hypotheses are for the day. If you want more information, send me an email at quantumleapfutures@gmail.com or give me a call on my cell 647-545-8065. Follow me on Twitter at crazy2. And if you want to watch any of the previous day's videos, they are on YouTube at Quantum Leap Futures. So before we get going, do have to just get the disclaimer out of the way. This information is for the purpose of educating members who want to expand the knowledge of the business of trading. It's not for trading or investment advice. You and only you are responsible for the trades or investment decisions you make. Trading futures or any instrument involves the risk of loss. Please consider carefully whether futures or options are appropriate to your financial situation. Only risk capital should be used when trading futures or options. Investors could lose more than initial investment. Nobody at Quantum Leap is a certified trading advisor. We are retail traders operating within a self-organized learning environment. Past performance is not indicative of future results, and any trades that you see in Quantum Leap are for education purposes only. Please trade your own metrics and your own risk plan. Okay, so let's just get the news out of the way. We just had Canadian GDP. Just see what that came in at. Came in expected at 0.2, came in at 0.5. 9:45 we have final manufacturing PMI, and then the big news will be the ISM manufacturing PMI at 10 o'clock with construction spending, tip, and ISM manufacturing prices. Nothing other than we've got vehicle sales all day, but basically the big news will be at 9:45 and 10 o'clock. So first half hour of the trading session, be careful. Now, if you were in the room last night, we were trading it last night. We were running short. We were looking for a main target of 1933. I had a secondary target at 1922.75, and we actually went down and made a new low just a couple minutes ago, but we'll get into all of that. We have a huge gap. We have over a 50-point gap right now. I doubt that we're going to see a gap fill, maybe see a half gap fill, but we are going to be opening up way below value and way below range from the prior day. The 2 days you want to profile, I'll be going through them in a couple of minutes, is the 26th and the 25th. And we'll take a look at those, and really those are the levels we're going to trade against today, as well as the macro. But before I do anything, I always like to start my day with a basic view, macro to micro, to see where we are within the trends, and just to keep me aware of different time frames and thinking in big picture, macro to micro. The monthly, we closed the month below. It's the first close that we've had below the 20, going all the way back to the 9th month of 2011. So that is a huge. Funny that it's been that long since we've had a close below the 20. But the trend has been violated. We're currently trading below the 9 and the 20 on the monthly. We're coming down. Looks like we're going to get an MA squeeze, possibly a cross, and possibly start a downward trend. Don't know if that's going to happen yet, but we have to be cognizant of that fact. Going to the weekly, we talked about this. We do have a start of a downward trend, but we do have a tech gap, FUBAR, and a possible Mr. Sneaky. Now, we're still only Tuesday of this week. Yesterday said we'll probably come down and come down lower here as possible Mr. Sneaky. So we have to look at this as a possible FUBAR tech gap Mr. Sneaky on the weekly. There's the tech gap, there's the FUBAR, huge spike, huge buying tail, and so far we've got an inside bar, and that is probably going to get closed out. I would think probably through time more than price. Probably a combination of time and price. Hard to project where this is going to get closed out, but it's going to get closed out somewhere, I think, in around the 1998.50 area. That's what I'm thinking. But the trend is now starting to the downside on the weekly. On the daily, we had the same scenario on the daily where we had the FUBAR, tech gap, Mr. Sneaky, and then we've come up and closed the tech gap, and now we're rejecting off of the 9, and the trend has got good slope and good separation, and we're likely to see some lower prices and a continuation of this trend down on the daily. Watch this level today at 1966. That would bring us close to taking out the naked close at 1969.25. I don't know. It's hard to tell. If we got a Tuesday, it's the beginning of the month. Does new money step in here, or do we and rally us back up towards that naked close at 1969.25? I don't know yet. It's we're going to let the auction tell us what is going to happen, and we're going to pay attention to our auction clues, our checklist going into the RTH session. But we have to be looking for the possibility that we get a gap and go and initiative sellers stepping in on the open and taking us down to test the 1900 level. On the 4-hour, you can see why we pay attention to naked crosses. We have a naked cross right here at 1916, and sure enough, we've come down and taken out this naked cross with this move down overnight. We have another one now that's just been created up here at 1970. Again, this is on the 4-hour, so not likely to close that one out today unless we get a huge rally. We've got slope and separation and a start of a trend down to the downside on the 4-hour. On the 1-hour, I am going to go one level at a time because we've got to take a look at some other possibilities. You can see very strong trend, good slope, good separation. We are failing off every time we break away and create a tech gap. We're coming back and filling that gap and then rejecting the 9. That is showing me that the trend is very strong to the downside right now. On the 30-minute, same thing, only this time, we're testing the 20 and rejecting off the 20, but good slope, good separation. It tried to, violate the trend, couldn't get above the 20 and then rejected it, and we're getting continuation to the downside. And then on the 15-minute, we do have a naked cross right here. Although when you see this type of a pattern where it's really just riding the two together and it crosses over, I don't consider them really strong. So, but it is there. We'll pay attention to it. 1934. This trend is continuing to the downside right now. Going to the 5-minute, this will be the last one, and then we'll go to the big picture. Good slope, good separation, failed to get above the 9, and continuation down. This is some weakness coming in to the market. So we've taken out the naked cross at 16. We have one 1970-75 on the 4-hour, 1977 on the 1-hour. There's a 30-minute one. I forgot to show it. There's a 30-minute one down at 1900, right? Where is it? Right here, 1975. So I'm thinking we're probably, if we see initiative sellers stepping in the open, I'm thinking we're probably going to come down and test that 1900 level. And then on the 5-minute, we already took the one out at 23. So those are the only naked crosses that we have. So let's go take a look at the big picture. Of course, we gapped up and tried to hold value higher in around this 1978, 79 area. We couldn't hold overnight, and we've had this big gap down. We've come down. Our major target, the next big target below, was this 1933. We are now trading in this multiple distribution. This is what I consider an area of undetermined fair value. There's a lot of CHVNs, and there's not one that is well defined. So we have to go with our micro composite, and we've got the most traded price within this range at 1933. Another area you want to pay attention is the 1917 area. And then you want to pay attention to this 1902, but more importantly, you want to pay attention to the value that we're back inside. And one thing I've learned is Mr. Baker has taught me to pay attention to the value areas and all the different time frames. And you've got this value area low down here at 1892.75. If we break below that, then I think we're going to see a much bigger move down and probably come down into this 1844 area again. We've got this area right here that needs to be repaired down here on the auction with the key target down here and a naked close. We left this naked close open by 1 tick. So I'm thinking that if we break below the value area at 1892.50, that we're going to get a bigger move down. We could come down and get stuck in this wick right here and test this 89.50. We'll have to see. But I'm expecting a very choppy day and a lot of rotations, and I think they might be a little bit big today. Key levels to watch for where we are right now: 1375, 08, definitely 08, and then obviously the 1900, and then below that, just below it, 1898.50 for a move down to possible 1892.50. Below 1892.50, if we don't hold 87, bam, I think we're going to come down and take out this naked close here. Above 2075, look for a slow rotation back up in to test the 2675, and if we get above that, then I think we're going to move back up into the 33, maybe come up and take out the naked close that we've got here. But much better picture on this is what I've got right here. These are the 2 days that we're trading against. This is the 25th. This is the 26th. We're currently trading. I can't do this without, let me just do it this way so I can keep an eye on price. We're currently trading at 1650. So we're just above the value area high of the 26th and just above the value area low of the 25th. So we're in the 25th value area and we just broken out. If we get below this 1475, and I'm going to use that as a trade area, if we get below this 1475, then I'm looking for a move down, my first target being that 08. It's also going to be a trade area for me. But I'm going to be watching this value, this VWAP right here. So I got to be below 07.25, probably 07 altogether, for a move down to take out this naked VPOC down here at 1902.25. If we hold above the value area, we're inside of this value from the 25th, and I would be targeting this right where we are right now, which is 1750. That's our target above the 15. And then we have this 2075 to 21 and a quarter. That's not an ATR target. Sorry, I've got a 1750. All right, then we got the 2075 area, and it's actually comes up to the 2150. So I'm going to use 2075 all the way up to 21 and a quarter. Above that, then I think we're going to get a move, okay, up into 28 as your first target. But 33 is really the main target with the gap fill just above it. Okay, you can see that 32.75 was the naked VPOC that got taken out on the close of the 26th. Our micro composite VPOC is 1933. So you can use the 32 if you like, 32.75 to front run the 33. But I think with the gap, naked gap here at 36, we're likely to come up and take that out. Above there, then I'm targeting, and I'll be using, where's that CLVN? There's a CLVN. It's at 39.75. And then above that, I'd be targeting the range high at 43, and then continuation, to finalize the run through value here up to the 45.75. And then our key line in the sand, remember, is here at 49. And that is going to be our key line in the sand for 49.50. And as it was a key line below us, it now becomes a key line above us. All right, and then as we get above 49, well, let me go do my lower numbers first before I move my profile here. So below 08, then I'd be looking for a move down. Oh, I did that for a purpose because it had the VWAP there. I'd be looking for 1902 and a quarter, and this was a big zipper area, and we filled it in pretty well, when we came down and tested it. But I would be looking at the 1898 and a quarter, and below 1898 and a quarter, I'd be targeting the 1895. $18.95, and then you've got, and again, I gotta check my bigger picture. We've got 93.75 just below there, and below 93.75 there's really not much there. I'd be targeting this 87. And then below 87, a move down to test the value area low down here. You've got value area low at 79.75. And then below that, look for them to come out and take out this naked close here at 1873.75. You've got a CLVN, but it gets really thin down here. So these levels aren't going to give us a lot of edges to lean against. So I would use 72.75 as a breakout trade to the downside. That'll put you down below the value area. And then down here, I've got 64.50. $59. And I think we'll really flush through most of these. And 52.75. I'm not even putting trade areas here because I think we break below that 72.75. We're going to flush down towards this 44 and 42 area. You know, and this will be the next big target below. Boy, I can't type. Next big target. All right, so that's what I'm looking at to the downside. Now, as I, bring this 28th day, then I'll be targeting that 58 above. The 61.50. $64.25. 66.50. And above 66.50, a takeout of that naked close at 69.25. And then I can move all the way back. Do it this way, this is easier. Why are you doing this? There we go. All right, so then we're back into the prior day, and we're all the way back up here. So we've got 72 VWAP, and then if we're back inside of this day, I think we get a run through value, and I'd be targeting up here into the value area high at 76 level. But I think that's a big move that we have to make back up. So I'm not convinced that we're going to see that when we're trading down here in the 20s. My main hypothesis is a move, initiative seller stepping in and taking us down to test the 15 level and a break below 15 down into the 08 and below 08 down into this 1902 and testing, dipping into the 1800s. Secondary hypothesis is just a lot of chop, on the open, two-way trading with a move up to 33 and 36. That's about all I got. It's going to be a tough trading day, but we've got stuff that we can take a look at. The 25th and the 26th as guidance. So print out that picture of the 2 days that I pointed out to you. Currently, right now, let me just Oops. Let's just take a look at it. We still have time, yeah. All right, currently right now, we're trading, we just came up and tested the Keltner upper line. We've got a single Renko reversal. Watch this next Renko bar. If we close above the upper Keltner, then I'd be looking for a move up into testing that 2675 as a line walk up. If we get the double Renko reversal, then a move back down to test that 18 and a quarter area. Why do I not have 19? Well, I do not have 19 because I'm using the 2075. That's right. Okay. So, break through the 2075 down to test the Keltner at 18. Below the Keltner center line, a move down to the lower Keltner will take us down into the 1275. I think really it's going to be in around the 15 by the time we get there. Well, there's the double Renko reversal and a move down to test that 2075. Taking a quick look at gold. Where's my other gold chart? There we go. Gold has come down yesterday and tested that VPOC, microcomposite VPOC, and we've rotated back up, and we're above value. If we can hold above this 1143.10, I'd look for continuation on gold and a move up into the 53, 54 area again, back up into this microcomposite. We came down, we said they had to come down, likely down to the 16 to find buyers again. Here's where we found value. Rotated it up, tried to hold value, couldn't hold value. What did they do? They take it back where they found value and started it over and working their way up. Simple auction logic. Again, the key level today is going to be this 48.80, 49 area to the upside. If we can't hold above the 43, then I think we rotate back and at least test the CHVN here at 37, but more likely test the value area again at 35, 36 area, and below that, I think we come all the way back down into this 25 area again. That's what I'm looking at gold. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. As always, trade well, trade safe, and we'll catch you on the flip side.